sento ponde afiate asana nyongo yama anekene miene dito.
On the 23rd of September 1987, out of the old Cross River State emerged a new land, Akwa Ibom State, home of rich culture, abundant resources, and a proud, resilient people. 38 years later, Akwa Ibom is more than a place on the map. It is a living story of heritage, transformation, and resilience. This is the journey of Akwa Ibom at 38. Jonathan Tunde Ugbeha laid the very foundations of governance. Godwin Agbe steadied the early ship of administration. Idong Esenka built enduring institutions like the State Secretariat and Broadcasting Corporation. Civilian leadership came with Obong Akmani-Semen, whose inclusiveness and push for fairer revenue allocations gave the young states its voice. Though another dent in the state's journey to democracy and self-governance, military administrators such as Yakubu Bako and Joseph Adeosi held the state through turbulent times, while John Ebie midwifed the transition to democracy. Then came Obong Victor Atta, who established strong infrastructural and economic blueprints, followed by Godswill Akpabio, remembered as the uncommon transformer for his sweeping reforms in education, healthcare, and aviation. Udom Emmanuel clung to industrialization as his governance blueprint. Today, Pastor Moino carries the baton, focusing on grassroots empowerment, agriculture, and service-driven governance. With their different peculiarities and uniqueness, each in their season added a vital stone to the building of what we now enjoy as Akwa Ibom, ensuring that the journey of progress remains unbroken.
During the time of Obong Atta, we also had the man who actually had the master plan for Akwa Ibom State, and he came with the vision to open the state. He laid the foundation for the infrastructural growth that we are experiencing in Akwa Ibom State today. The ring roads started during his tenure. The Dodoma Avenue was built by Obong Atta. The Sikairo Avenue was built by Obong Atta. The General Edit Akban Avenue was also built by Obong Atta. The Yo Village Road, the Nwaniba Road, the first segment of the Olusegun Obasanjo Way, dualized by him. The Chief Gospel Power came in with a zeal. His own philosophy is that he is approaching governance with anger, and that anger drove him into what is now known as the uncommon transformation of Akwa Ibom State. We could see him building more dual carriageway, thinking of more projects that we only used to see on TVs. The flyovers, the first of its kind in this part of the country, were done by Obong Godswill Akpabio.
It all started with the richness of Akwa Ibom's cultural heritage. Every people are defined by their roots, and the pattern is not different for the people of Akwa Ibom, where culture is not just historic preservation, but about identity. The Ekpe masquerade, the elegant Ikambi dance moves, among others, help point to how the traditions tell stories of triumph and survival. The paramount ruler of Uyo shared some compelling stories that hold deep-rooted nostalgia for citizens of the state, called Akwa Ibom.
This is saying in the men, I found soup, the kind of so a fair and all that. So my way mind already, it could be the minimum. Akwa Ibom State well blessed because by the time the state was created, the first military governor that came and planted the tree of the food we are eating now, jointly with all the civilian governors from the 7 and all of them were fighting to get the state to start off. And in fact, the state was named in used to be the capital city, and people donate houses for the takeoff of the state, like ministries. So all of the past leaders were doing very well, even irrespective of the shortage time.
Council members in the state showed through their submissions that at 38, Akwa Ibom must never forget her roots. The basis of their overview is the traditions and not relics of the past, but guides for the future. They believe these guides are also interwoven with the culinary skills globally celebrated about the Akwa Ibom people. The kitchens here and the symbols of the powerful meals they make, including afang soup and ikbang kuko, are inspirations for continued progress, unity, and love.
Apart from Alikanko, Minia Ferry Kureditam, Inia Ferry Kuratama, in which is well prepared by Ibibio women. I made a part of our delicious food. I made a case of sending with you, Woody, as my tea. Egbang Americ Bagiba, Egbang Buko. I die and Egbang. I made a drink around a kid, and I made a man tongue. Zemia Diago, a Yemen tea. I remember one of my friends here, as I Fana Modi, at the key, Emilia Bank. Careful from the senior cook just to eat egg bank. Then we ask egg bank soup, egg bank buko, egg bangiwa, egg bangiwa. I come for his my one reverend sister at Duwara. She prepared on top. And when this man came there, I would make by say package, you know anymore. Maybe your go to that table. So, men won't do. The medium mentions on the army for Makuya Idem. I'm Mr. Will Bailey. A better restaurant, say him, put on the yard. So, Tanka Mr. the Kenyan the army. I found him giving it.
With culture comes attraction, and Akwa Ibom has emerged as one of Nigeria's finest tourist destinations. The boundless waves of Ibom Beach come to mind, complemented by the luxury of Ibom Icon Hotel and Golf Resort, and the 4 Points by Sheraton, among other attraction spots, all combining to demonstrate how the state has over the years committed itself to redefining hospitality in Africa. But beyond the hotels and the beaches, it is in the markets that the true soul of the people shines. Markets are not just places of trade, but places of life.
The market they spread like Itam market, Itaga, you understand? But I think we didn't want to pay attention to that. We convert our market to daily market because we're losing revenue, we're losing patronage because we're keeping a particular market for that market there. You know, Akwa Ibom State have become a fast developed state in this country because of the peaceful environment. Do you understand? I can tell you, Akwa Ibom State is the only state you can travel in and go out that same day, despite where you are from. Do you understand? Because of the aviation sector that our government decided to take advantage. You know, it's not only, everybody said Akwa Ibom is the most peaceful state, it's the most safety state. Do you understand? You need to take advantage of this peaceful environment and make money. It's one of the things that makes Akwa Ibom State stand out. I think when it comes to Gary production, I think we are in. Rice, I think it's in Anibiono that are coming up to challenge with other part of the country that we can produce our rice. We can, cultivate our beans. Right now, if you go there, those people, because of the hope, especially the governor is giving to them, because one thing is not all about you going to farming. Do you have the off-takers? Do you have people that can patronize you? So what those guys produce, they consume within themselves. You will struggle before you get it out from that community.
A state without its youth is a state without a future. Akwa Ibom's greatest asset is a young people, energetic, innovative, and ambitious. They are the new storytellers, the new builders, and the new dreamers.
This is the first time we are having this ministry as a standalone. So, ranging from the time of Obong Victor Ota to the period where Obong Goswill Akpabio was the governor to the immediate past governor, Udom Emmanuel, they all have tried in their own right. They also contributed their best quota for the state, their quota for the state. This particular administration has created a specific pathway, a focus at which the youth of Akwa Ibom State will have a chance for them to get developed through various programs of the government, through various interventions of government. You can also see, you are aware that before now we did not have something like that youth-friendly hub. In fact, in Akwa Ibom State, this is the first time we have ever commemorated the World Youth Skill Week that we did it as a week-long program through which we brought in our young talent to come and display innovations that we saw. Some of them also came up with various skills that we saw, non-tech skills. Some of them displayed so many products that are produced within the state with local materials, locally generated materials. It is the first time that we are having that. So this is nothing else but a credit to a man with a vision.
No development is possible without power. Electricity is the silent engine that drives every economy. In Akwa Ibom, the government's investment in electricity with inventions like the Ibom Power Plant just recently culminated in a power summit aimed at lighting up every home.
Let me say it up front that Akwa Ibom State has the biggest investment in power assets in the entire South-South and maybe Southeast. Call it in terms of injection substations, in terms of lines, distribution lines, in terms of transformers, even DTRs, even in terms of conducting transmission lines. Building post-construction of Ibom Power and commissioning, the government found it expedient to do an investment in transmission network, and therefore it built the Ikotabasi Eket transmission line. It's a double circuit 49 kilometer 132 kV line that enabled the evacuation of the power generated at Ibom Power to the national transmission substation at Eket, and from there to the national grid. The installed capacity of Ibom Power is 191 megawatts. We do on an average 120 megawatts. The required bulk capacity of Akwa Ibom, aggregated by PhD, the present DISCO, is 65 to 75 megawatts and all. So what that means is that Akwa Ibom Power Company on its own can fulfill all the existing base load of Akwa Ibom plus the intended multiplier load. Having said that, what happens when we do have grid collapses?
As it continues to fine-tune the offerings of its power sector, Akwa Ibom keeps up the momentum, building a future powered by innovation. In the skies, Akwa Ibom tells her proudest story. Ibom Air, Nigeria's most reliable airline, is more than a business. It is an identity. With punctual flights, world-class service, and an expanding fleet, Ibom Air is carrying Akwa Ibom's name far beyond her borders.
And the benefit to Akwa Ibom and Akwa Ibomites is immense. Opportunities to become professionals in various areas of aviation, world-class professionals right here in Uyo. Opportunities for people to come into Uyo when they want to come and leave when they want to come, and to go through Uyo, to go elsewhere and come back through Uyo. Just like any other hub airports, like Addis Ababa, like Dubai. Eventually, both the airport, the MRO, and the airline will create an aviation ecosystem in Uyo that will be the pride of not just Akwa Ibom, but of Nigeria in the whole of the world. This is driving tourism. Creating the opportunity for people to travel in and out of Akwa Ibom is driving tourism. The investments, the hotel occupancy in Uyo has never been this high. It's 90%. At any time of month you are struggling to find accommodation in Uyo because people can come in and go out.
Akwa Ibom is not just flying planes. The talk of the state's brand and how her people has seen has become a deliberate effort.
His Excellency Chief Godswill Akpabio, now Senate President, came into office for 8 years also. Opened up more roads, built the International Stadium, built the e-library, started work and took it to an advanced level of the Ibom Tropicana Center, the specialist hospital at the TAM, and a host of other places that he did. He did a whole lot to market Akwa Ibom State. The gentleman drew quite a lot of attention to Akwa Ibom, and is a very flamboyant person. Brought that flamboyance to bear in the way he administered the state. Mr. Dom Emmanuel, who came into office in 2015, and of course continued with the mental shift through the Dakada philosophy. And then of course also went into a whole lot of work in the area of making sure that there was sustainable human capital development. For the very first time, he was able to attract private sector investment that led to the establishment of the syringe factory, led to the establishment of the fertilizer blending plant in Abak, led to the establishment of the flour mill. All of this were commissioned by His Excellency the Vice President in 2017.
The true test of leadership is not in the cities, but in the villages. For millions at the grassroots, development means roads that connect farms to markets, schools that open doors of opportunity, and hospitals that bring hope. Here, progress must be personal, and governance must touch every life. At the grassroots, Akwa Ibom has maintained steam, weaving progress into daily life.
Akwa Ibom is the oldest local government in what is called British West Africa, and that was in 1951 that this local government was created. So Akwa Ibom stands as a pillar, in all aspects of developmental issues in Akwa Ibom State, by virtue of its location and creation as at then. So Akwa Ibom, as in the old province, what they used to have, this Akwa Ibom province and all of that, it's one of those provinces that when states used to be created, they link it up with province and all of that. So Akwa Ibom stands out as one of those local government, and in the past as one of those provinces that was into trade, commerce, to say.
The Ikarabasi Bridge of No Return, Slave Trade House, and the Amalgamation House stand today as silent witnesses to pivotal moments in Nigeria's history and they form part of Akwa Ibom's enduring heritage. The Bridge of No Return in Ikarabasi is a haunting monument to the transatlantic slave trade. From this point, countless enslaved Africans were ferried across the Imo River to waiting ships never to see their homeland again. The bridge, though modest in appearance, carries with it the weight of untold stories of pain, resilience, and survival. It reminds us of the inhumanity of slavery and the strength of those who endured it. Today, it has been preserved as a site of memory where visitors can reflect on the injustices of the past while drawing lessons about dignity, freedom, and human rights. Equally significant is the Amalgamation House, where in 1914, the colonial decision to merge the northern and southern protectorates of Nigeria was formally proclaimed. Though the act was carried out without the consent of her people, the building remains a landmark of political history, symbolizing the birth of modern Nigeria. Justice is a compass that guides development. In Akwa Ibom, it is a guarantee of stability. At 38, Akwa Ibom strengthens her institutions, ensuring that justice is not a privilege, but a right.
From the last regime of Udom Emmanuel and the current regime of Pastor Moino, there's been a level of industrial development that has been so fast that we are struggling in the Ministry of Justice to create enabling legislation to catch up with what is going on. Look at the airport now. We have
a plan now to build a hub, an aviation hub here. This comes with legal imperatives that we have to work hard in the ministry to catch up with. Today, you have lawyers who are now training as aviation lawyers. They were not doing that in the past. You have a thriving airline that comes with legal consequences. We have to train lawyers who understand aviation law, who can defend claims against the airlines and so on. Now we're going to have a brand new airport terminal building, which is going to be completed maybe by December or thereabouts. That comes with legal issues that we never knew before.
38 years ago, a journey began. Today, we look back with pride at the culture and tradition, the commerce, the technology. It has been a journey from humble beginnings to global recognition. Akwa Ibom has come a long way, but the story does not end here. The next chapter is being written in the hands of her people, the youth, the traders, the leaders, the farmers, the innovators. Together, we can take Akwa Ibom beyond the dreams of 1987 into a future of even greater promise. Akwa Ibom State, truly the land of promise.